For this week, we're going to be writing a canon. And the type of canon that we're going to be writing is going to be 4 beats apart. And our canon will be separated by 4 beats. And our interval will be at the octave. And so I'm going to show you how to set up your note flight score for this so that we can optimize our writing here. So we're going to just create a new score, and we're going to start from a blank score sheet. And if you're more comfortable with one clef or another clef, you are more than welcome to change both clefs to bass clef or treble clef or alto clef, whatever's easiest for you. If you want to use the traditional grand staff, you can. Just make sure that you understand where the octave is written. So if you have treble clef, bass clef, this C in the treble clef is going to be the C way up here in the bass clef. So if we're doing this an octave apart and we want these at the octave, it's going to be this is going to be your octave right here. So make sure we don't get 2 octaves apart, just 1 octave apart. All right, let's delete this and delete this, and I'm going to go back to having 2 bass clefs. So this is going to be another contrapuntal movement, and I like to use a lot of variety, and you're welcome to do whatever you want as long as you follow the rules of dissonance, and it's 5 measures long. So we need to add a measure to make this 5 measures long here. The reason why it's 5 measures is because your first measure is just going to be melody, and your last measure is just going to be harmony. So you're only really writing a 4 measure melody. It's just going to be offset by a measure. So I'm going to be using mixed species, or sometimes it's called 5th species, and sometimes it's called fluid counterpoint. And I'm going to have a cantus firmus, and I'm going to be writing a canon. Octave 4-beat canon. For the demonstration purposes today, I'm going to slow this down so we can hear it better. Last week we were going at 120, and that was a pretty fast clip, so you couldn't really hear much. Or you could hear it, it's just a little fast. And some people said they were slowing it down on YouTube, so they can hear the harmonies that they're going to buy. So they're changing the play speed, but I'm just going to make this easier and put it at 80 so that you don't have to mess with that. So I got my score set up. Last thing I'm going to do is pick a key. I'm going to pick G major. And we're ready to get writing. So in the next video, I'm going to do a little example of how to write an octave 4-beat canon, and I'm going to show you some tricks and tips on how to do this faster